NBC5 responds. When a Chicago property owner checked his water bill in May, he got the shock of his life. The amount was almost 100 times his usual bill. So he immediately got in contact with the city, expecting a resolution would take months. But with the help of investigator PJ Randhawa, those months turned into days.
Enrique Espinoza likes to keep to himself. He spends a lot of time at home, a 3-flat building in Rogers Park that he also rents out to others.
It's a very nestled, very safe area.
Since he bought the building in 2014, he's never had a problem with his bi-monthly water bill.
It varies, but it's never been over $381.
So imagine his surprise when he received a water bill back in May for nearly 100 times his typical bill, $35,000.
There had to be an error.
Enrique contacted the city immediately, but he couldn't get anywhere. Instead of a resolution, he was forced to set up a payment plan.
We didn't have a choice in the matter. We either pay or else.
That's really unfortunate.
Sarah Moskowitz is the executive director at the Citizens Utility Board. She says around half of the calls that come into their hotline are related to skyrocketing bills.
It becomes this war of attrition, and people finally just get beaten down. They're like, fine, I'm just going to pay it. I don't see a way out.
If Enrique refused to set up a plan with the city, he could have faced a slew of consequences, including debt referral, wage garnishment, and more.
They could come after us, severely. I'm disabled, so it's not like we have a lot of income.
So he turned to NBC5 Responds.
I said, well, okay, let us give it a try. I've seen what it does for others.
Our team reached out to the finance department. 2 days later, Enrique got a call. The department had reviewed the charges and found its initial reading to be incorrect.
I was in shock, to be honest with you.
Enrique's bill wasn't a standalone case. In just the past year, NBC5 Response has received more than a dozen viewer complaints about surging water bills in Chicago, ranging anywhere from a couple $100 to $130,000 in one billing cycle. For people receiving unusually high water bills with seemingly no explanation, the finance department says to call their customer service team at the following number. The customer can also request the Department of Water Management investigate a potential outdoor leak if their own property search does not reveal any visible source or driver of an increased water bill. They can make this request by calling 311. You can also call the Citizens Utility Board's consumer hotline at 1-800-669-5556.
We don't help with all industries, but we can often direct you to the agency or resource that can help with that stuff.
And if that doesn't work, Enrique has a suggestion.
The good thing is I wasn't alone. We were not alone. We have a resource to get help. Channel 5 Response. It works.
If you need help with a similar issue, fill out our consumer tip form at nbcchicago.com/consumer. PJ Randhawa, NBC5 Responds.
Way to go, PJ. I wish Allison Rosati was here.
Allison had a similar situation. She had a toilet in the basement that no one was using, and it was stuck. And
it was leaky valve or something?
Leaky valve. The flapper valve was bad. Yeah. So check around the house for that stuff.